Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making the Starbucks apple croissant. Yes, you heard me right. The ones that came out about 2 years ago that were sold out in every Starbucks. We're going to make a copycat today. All right. So what we're going to need, you're going to need a can of apple pie filling. Now, if you want to peel apples yourself and make a compote, you can, but we're going to do easy breezy. So we got apple compote. You're also going to need some puff pastry. This particular one looks like it's by, I don't know who it's by, but any puff pastry that you can find in your local grocery store will do. We are also going to need some regular sugar, some light brown sugar, our flavoring, so our vanilla, and of course my butter vanilla emulsion, some cinnamon and nutmeg, and you don't have to have this, but I like to add a little bit of caramel, yes, ice cream syrup. I want caramel apple croissants. Oh, and of course your trusty pie pan, your muffin pan. All right, so to start, we are going to, I already cleaned the tops of these. I'm going to open up our apple pie filling, and it goes into the bowl. Like I said, anyone will do. This is Lucky Leaf brand, but any brand of apple pie filling, or like I said, if you'd like to make your own compote by peeling apples and cooking them on the stove, you can do that as well. We want fast and easy. All right, now that we've gotten that out, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. All right, we're going to add in, I'm not sure if I said it, regular sugar. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of regular white granulated sugar. All right. We are going to add in 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. Make sure you guys can see them. Put my camera down in a minute. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Maybe a little extra. It's okay. We are going to add in 1 teaspoon each of the butter, vanilla emulsion, and the vanilla extract. So 1 teaspoon of each of those. And the butter and vanilla emulsion, this is the brand I use by Lorian. Telling you, if you haven't tried this, you really need to try it. It's going to be a game changer in your baking. And I don't know if I mentioned it, we're going to need butter in just a minute. I'm using these butter balls by Land O'Lakes, just because I don't feel like making little pats of butter, and then of course my syrup. So let's go ahead and stir all this up. Too easy, but you know what we need to do, and I didn't do, is I'd like to cut these up just a little bit, just so that they're more bite-sized inside the croissant. So just going to take a knife and just maybe like cut them in half or so, half, thirds, but basically cut them up a bit, because this particular brand, the Lucky Leaf, they're whole apple slices. So definitely want to cut those up a little bit more so they'll get right-sized. A little bit more bite-sized anyway. I don't know if you can hear, but these apples are still very, very crunchy. That's a good thing. All right, I think we got most of those cut up. There we go, that's what we're left with. All right, I'm gonna set this aside just for a minute so that we can roll out our puff pastry. that I didn't open. Love this particular pastry because it's just so easy to use. I already cleaned off my counter, but you're just gonna unroll it. There we go. Just like that. Put this down a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. Unroll that bad boy. And now we're going to cut it into, I'm probably going to cut it into about 6. I know I have only 6 in this muffin tin, but we need them to be nice and big. So we're going to cut them as close to evenly as possible. And right down the middle. All right. And we're going to use a little bit of Pam, my Pam baking spray, or the regular Pam, either one. I've done both. And we're going to lightly spray our pan. And now, let's flip this over. We're just going to take our squares of pastry and lightly set it into each muffin pan. Oh, good, good, good. You need to make sure there's some left for folding over. So, yes, that looks great. And lightly set it in. And if somebody from Starbucks is watching, don't judge me. You guys won't keep them in stock, so I had no choice but to try to figure it out for myself because they are that delicious. If you never did try one, I think they said they're a regular item now on the menu because they were so popular. If you didn't try it, you definitely, it's not hype. You should absolutely try it. If you like apple pie at all, you should try it. But if you can't, you can always come back to this video and make them yourself. Try not to get them touching because they will stick to each other. Alrighty, move that over a little bit. All right, now that all of our sheets are in, I'm going to clean up just a little bit and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We are going to now just use our filling and we're going to fill up our little croissants. Might be a little bit much in that one. It smells scrumptious already. I don't know if I left enough room in that first one because you still have to get a pat of butter in there. And we need room for folding. All right, so we're going to take a few of the apples out of this first one that got a little bit overfilled. Add them over here. Okay. Now we're just going to get either a pat of butter. I told you I'm being lazy today, and I'm just going to use these Land O'Lakes butter balls. They are super convenient. Put it right in the middle. All right, Gonna get a little swirl of our caramel. All right. Now, we're just going to close in the 4 corners of each one. Just fold it right across each other. I did forget one thing, because we're also going to need to do an egg wash, just so that they can get nice and brown on the top. And so got them all folded just like that. And a quick pause because I didn't get my egg ready. So egg wash is just 1 egg and a tablespoon of water scrambled together, and then we're going to use that for our egg wash. Be right back. All right, I got my egg and the water. I'm gonna make a little egg wash. And we're just going to brush the tops of all of our croissants. I don't know about you, but this was such a quick recipe. So easy, and it's going to be so delicious. A little bit too much. There we go. And then lastly, we're going to do a quick little sprinkle of granulated sugar on the top. All right, now into a 350-degree oven until they're golden brown, and we will see you in just a minute. And we're back. About 20 minutes or so in the oven, and they're bubbly, ooey gooey, and way too hot to touch. Let's see if I can hold it up for you. Then we'll let them cool and we'll come back. Yummy. All right, so we'll let those cool and we'll be right back. Okay, it is somewhat cool. Not completely cool, but somewhat. So I'm just going to take a butter knife and go around them so that they will not, so they'll unstick. And then we'll just pull it out. Like I said, not completely cool. They are still a bit warm. Alrighty. And there you have it. Starbucks apple turnover, or I'm sorry, apple croissant cups. Apple croissant puffs. Starbucks apple croissants. Get a little close. Starbucks, how did I do? All right, everybody. As I always say, you got to give these a try. Enjoy.